I have some stuff here. I have some stuff from this week in history.
Perfect. I'd love to learn.
August. This is all from this week. August 6th, 1999.
Okay.
Sixth Sense debuted in theaters. Signs also in August 9th of 2002. Some major historical events. The bombing of Hiroshima, August 6th, 1945. The little boy bomb dropped on Japan. I believe 150,000 people or something like that eventually died. And then a couple days later,
were the two nukes. Oh, you just said a couple of days later?
Yeah, I think it was 2 days later, maybe 3. They dropped the second bomb. Barry Bonds broke the all-time home run record back in August 7th of 2007.
Do you still have it?
Yeah,
it's always been an asterisk record. Everyone knows McGuire has it.
It's Hank Aaron's record, and it's Hank Aaron's record. You scum.
How
August 4th. So Hank Aaron was on hot dogs. Look at that. Look at a picture of that man. August 4th of 61. Barack Obama born. One of our great presidents.
And a beautiful day in Kenya.
It was a sunny day in Nairobi.
This day in 1305, William Wallace was captured, screamed freedom, and then was silenced. Later, Mel Gibson screamed it shirtlessly, wearing a completely inaccurate kilt.
That was a pretty good movie.
Maybe screaming freedom was a good tactic to get them to kill him faster.
I think they were going to draw and quarter him no matter what. It's a pretty rough ordeal. You know, they sort of like dissected him alive and cut his balls off and cut him and hung him until he almost died, and then stretched him until his joints tore.
If you start saying really brave shit that like riles the audience, maybe we just speed this up a little.
That is what happened in the movie. Yeah. In the movie, they axe him because he's yelling, but in real life, they might have been like, you know, the executioner was probably looking forward to that day for weeks. Like he was excited to pull those innards out and like see how long they were.
I'd start just saying shit that makes them want to, like, the executioner cheats on his wife. I swear to God, talk to Rebecca. She's the mistress.
These guys are gay nerds.
Yeah, I refuse to be tortured by a homosexual.
This guy tried to kiss me.
Yeah, this guy tried to kiss me in my cell.
Shut up. He's hard right now.
That's from the torture.
Jesus. I believe they cut him into 4 or 5 pieces and then spread the pieces all around London. Something about his head being on the bridge or something. I remember reading that somewhere. Yeah, poor William Wallace.
Pretty garish. And I think it was like, I didn't know it was just London. I thought it was like to the corners of the kingdom, like an arm here, a leg there. And then just some rural guy who really is not plugged in because it's the year 1302 is like, Susan, you wouldn't believe what I seen on a bridge. There was a man's nutsack. Just sitting there, plumb in the middle of the bridge.
You know what? I should put that on the back of my wagon. It'd be dope.
I should put that on the back of my wagon. And that's another day in history that also happened this week. The first guy to put nuts on the back of his wagon, William Wallace. What else, Kyle? I want to learn more.
Also today, Houdini's last public stunt back in 1926. Harry Houdini performed his last public escape trick. He was sealed in a coffin, submerged in water, and he emerged alive and well, although he did die of an inflamed appendix 2 months later.
And then he was sealed in a coffin and did not come back alive and well.
No,
did not.
He was killed.
Never came back.
Yeah, second to last time he was in a coffin. Yeah, he got punched in the gut.
Oh, that's right. And that gave him appendicitis. And then I guess what was the procedure for appendicitis back then? Like,
you're dead.
Curl up and die. Yeah.
You know, fingers crossed.
I also heard, and I think either the appendix situation was exacerbated by this or caused by this, but he used to do this trick where he would tighten his abs and let anyone punch him. I think he'd done it with like heavyweight boxers and such. Mm-hmm. And then some guy sucker punched him like to do the trick and hurt him badly that way. I don't know if that's a myth, but I definitely read that somewhere.
That's what I've always heard is that, yeah, because I actually did a report on him in 5th grade. So let me access that memory. But yeah, he did that trick where he had like some breathing technique where he would really tighten up his abdomen. And he could take super heavyweight punches. And then some guy, he was just on tour, shaking hands, you know, shaking babies, waving hands, whatever. Yeah. And some guy just punched him in the gut and burst his fucking appendix, which was apparently already swollen, like exactly what Kyle just said.
What a douche that guy is.
I don't fucking know.
Was this before GPS?
Now, how old do you think I am?
Okay, all right, fair point.
Yeah.
You just hand him 8 folded pages of MapQuest, including the URL page.
Why don't you staple it right in the fucking middle of the?
I can't see the exit number. It's in the margin.
Hey, don't rip that. Don't rip that.
Pull out a map that doesn't
They're
even
out
have a
of order
western
now.
border to the U.S. It hasn't been documented by Lewis and Clark yet. They're like,
Well, they're still calling a
maybe
lot
it
of this
goes on
region the
forever.
Louisiana Purchase here, so I'm not sure. This is a good map.
You're in San Antonio. Have you been to? I'm sure you have, but what did you think when you went to the site of the Alamo?
It's so fucking underwhelming.
Right?
Yeah,
Thank you. I'm so glad that's what you said.
For some reason,
I
in
thought
my
you were gonna be
mind-
like, you could feel.
Oh,
You could
bullshit.
feel the courage in those stones.
they are remodeling it, but because apparently it used to be way worse. I'm sure back when you went, because this happened like super recently, unless you've been very
Okay.
recently.
Yeah,
There
I
was like
it's been
a
10 years.
Ripley's Believe It or Not and shit, but like literally you're facing the Alamo, which for some reason in my imagination this entire time was 100 feet tall with this like whitewashed facade, and yeah,
Mhm.
you could feel the bravery there, and you could still see the bullet holes from where the Mexicans shot at them on their last stand. No, it's like 10 feet tall. It's like a garage, and then you turn around and it's like 18 smoke shops. It's like I came to San Antonio and all I got was high. It's like, dude, this place blows.
Well, I've never been there, but was any part of you guys like? They probably should have let them have the shitty little fort and then come back with greater
No.
numbers. Come back, go regroup, knock the whole fort down, get all the
gonna
Mexicans
surrender?
out.
You gonna surrender to Santa Ana?
Then we could get David. Then David Crockett wouldn't have died, or
But-
Boone, or whoever. Was
You ain't
there.
worth the spit to shine a boot.
Zach, would you pull up a picture of the Alamo? Because it looks cool. It doesn't look that maybe my
In
expectations
pictures.
have been set low enough. Yeah, that's
Now-
it, right?
Now turn around. Yeah, there's the weed shops I was talking about. Oh, there's the Texas Ranger who told me I
Hang
wasn't
on,
allowed
let's
to
look at this
smoke.
young lady right here. Pan down. There you go.
Yeah, damn it. They blurred out her ass.
Now, are you trying to get a front look of that lady?
Oh, they blurred her face.
Yeah,
I
big
hate
old
when they
women
do
down in
that.
San Antonio.
Ah, Barkley fan. Those
Man,
churros.
I don't even remember it looking this nice. I remember a crumbling, broken down wall that was so crumbly and broken down that you weren't really sure like which way it was facing. It looked like rubble, what I remember seeing.
Hmm.
And
Which-
there's no way this facade here is original.
Yeah, well, and
Oh,
that's from 2022. So I just went there this spring, and off to the right, if Zach pans to the right where the like wood palisade is. Yeah, that big open area right there. In between there and that hotel in the background with the flag sticking up. I can't remember
Yeah.
the name of it, but it's like a historic hotel.
I stayed there.
That's where Teddy Roosevelt rallied the Rough Riders before they went to Cuba. And there's a bullet hole in the bar. It's this tiny little bar. But yeah, he like fired a bullet hole into the wall of the bar, and that's like highlighted or whatever. But the area between where this person is standing and that hotel, now they have all these like stands with it's kind of like a wall that's like maybe 10 feet tall, and it has a bunch of little bullshit articles about the history of the area.
What's the original part of it? Like if you turn back left, so that big facade, that's all new. Is it like is the wall on the left the original Alamo?
That's part of it. So we talked to a tour guide, and I wasn't really listening because I don't give a shit. But apparently, not much of it stands anymore. So like that was, like their armory or something, and then the other.
Even the wall there to your left, that long straight one, that might be where a wall used to be, but those aren't the stones anymore.
Yeah, that's
you know what I
too
mean?
new.
Like it's been fixed up and propped up, which is fine for a historical reenactment or representation. But I'm pretty sure that nothing you're seeing here represents
Yeah.
what was there during the battle.
Bit of a Theseus ship thing.
Yeah, but now it's not even a boat anymore; it's an attraction, so it doesn't float. So
Mhm.
they lost a lot in the transition. That's a great story, though. However much of it is true, it made great propaganda, and now we own all that delicious Texas land.
There'd been better
Yeah.
propaganda if we won.
We won the war. That was just a battle.
Yeah, but I mean that's a site.
I think it was 300 men against like 5,000 or 10,000 or something like that.
That is embarrassing. How many did the Mexicans lose?
I don't know, but it went on for days, right? I think that alone is a good metric to use. How many days they held out?
Okay.
I hope the Mexicans retell stories like we're Spartans. Like, God, I heard they throw away the weaker babies.
We do.
And these men in the fort, they were giants, I tell you. Some of them 5'9", 5'10".
130 pounds.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll go to the Alamo someday. But you guys just aren't selling me on it. It doesn't sound exciting now.
Dude,
I
that's
was
to your
excited,
benefit. Because if they told you it was awesome, it would set expectations too high. It's like a movie, you know, where you go in hearing it's awful, and you're like, it's better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I had this with Mount Rushmore. I went to Mount Rushmore. Everyone said it's underwhelming, it's small, whatever. I was like, it's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. This thing's pretty dope. Only because they had my expectations in the gutter.
And do you think? And he taught history, and he showed us a video called "The Civil War Was Not About Slavery." I swear to God, that's the title of the video. That's the opening statement, and it's like it's a 90-minute propaganda film. He was also in the Sons of Confederate Veterans, and they came and they put on that big war reenactment for us one day at school during school hours. We had to attend. They're marching around and the coats out there, saluting the flag and shit. It's absurd.
When he's hungover, he wheels in the VCR and he's like, "Today, kids, we're going to be watching a film called Birth of a Nation."
Every week with this guy. We've seen it.
So we hated him. And so one day my buddy faked a seizure on the floor. He hits the floor, goes into full convulsions. His eyes are rolled back in his head, and Mr. Mackinson freaks out. He jumps, runs across the classroom, and we didn't think he would be this strong. He was an older guy, scooped my buddy up in his arms like a bride, and he goes, "Clear the way, I got a sick boy." And that's when Jeremy, he stops. He keeps convulsing because he's laughing so hard now, and he's laughing out loud in the guy's arms, and he dropped him straight to the floor. It was great.
He earned that.
It was great. He was in so much trouble. They were mad about that.
You were mad you had to watch a reenactment? When I was in school, I was down for literally any activity that got me out of class. It didn't matter what the presentation was on or the big meeting they'd put you in the gymnasium for. As long as it got me out of class, I didn't care if it was cigarettes or drugs.
Yeah, I was there with a black girl, and I asked her, I was like, "What do you think about this? This is a little weird, huh?" And she's like, "Better in class."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was odd to have a Civil War reenactment at the school. I wonder if the South wins in the reenactment every now and then. Do they ever mix it up?
No, it's not a very good reenactment if you don't reenact.
Well, maybe do an alternate history month.
Or it could be like a Ren fair where there's always some douchebag throwing off the vibe in like a stormtrooper mask, and he's in there shooting on one side. I don't like that about Ren fairs. I think they should have to dress the part. The guy walking around as Batman, it's like, oh, you're so goofy.
I've never seen it.
I every time I go to the Ren fair, which has been like 6 times total.